everyone, Katerina here. I'm so glad you're watching this video today. It is time to open box number 13 from our Papercraft Society Box Advent Calendar. Before we jump into it, it's important to mention that this video is part of a collaboration where Monika, Mel and I collaborated for this amazing series to bring you new videos every day. The links to their YouTube channels where you can find their tutorials and their videos will be in the description box below. Please hop over to check them out as well and also to subscribe to their channels too. So today's box had these 6 pieces of cardstock in it, 3 different colors, 2 pieces of each, 2 pinks, 2 of the lovely mint greens and 2 of the mustard yellow ones. Now it took me a little while to decide what I was going to make with this, but I think the card that I came up with turns out pretty good. So this piece of cardstock measures 8.5 by 6.25, and on the longer side I scored line halfway at 4.25 of an inch, and this way my card base will measure 4.25 by 6.25, and this is really just to work with the most possible of the yellow cardstock that I can, because these pieces of cardstock from the box measure 5 7/8 by 3 7/8, and I decided to use a frame, and you'll see why in a minute, this one. Now to have equal border on all 4 sides, I need to cut away a little bit from the bottom. Otherwise, the 2 sides would be narrower than the top and the bottom, and I didn't want that. I wanted it equal. So only on one side of this piece of cardstock, I'm cutting away 1/4 of an inch, leaving me with 5 7/8 by 3 7/8 piece of cardstock. And this will leave me with a lovely border on the card base as well. Now, this piece of acetate is cut to exactly the same size as the yellow cardstock, 5 7/8 by 3 7/8, and I've cut out that frame from the acetate, not the actual cardstock, the acetate. Only it was much easier to explain on the cardstock what I was doing, because it's very hard to show everything on the acetate. Now, disclaimer, cutting acetate through your die cutting machine might damage your dies, so please proceed with caution. It works fine for me. I've never had issues with it, but I don't think it's recommended. I also went back to the Advent calendar and pulled out box number 2 by My Creative Life. These are all the ephemera bits that I've still left over. I've used them before and I'm pretty sure I will use them again. I just went ahead and I chose few, and off camera I will stick these onto my acetate base. It just takes way too long for me to decide which ones and how I'm going to arrange them. So I just find it easier to do this off camera and come back and show you. So I decided to go on these 2 different corners. I used double-sided tape to stick them onto the acetate, and on the underside of acetate I hid under every single bit of those ephemeras some foam tape, double-sided foam tape, so to raise it up from the background a bit. Now, using that exact same die that I cut out my little window inside the acetate with, I've cut out the minty colored cardstock. And I also cut out some of the strips of the same cardstock, and these are all, I think, 1/4 of an inch in width, so they are all the same. And at an angle, I'm just going to glue them all over this piece of cardstock. And this is just something extra I like to do. I think this adds a little bit of a texture, a little bit of a special something to the card. I think it's always in the details, and I love doing this. So once they were all glued on, I'm just going ahead with my scissors and cutting away all the excess. And then I'm going to bring back the same die that I've cut this piece of cardstock out with, and I'm going to run it back through my die cutting machine just one more time. It's not to cut anything away, it is just to add the stitch detail back all around this piece of die, and especially where the new pieces of cardstock that I just glued on are hanging in there. It just looked odd that the stitch detail just shows up here and there between those pieces of cardstock that I just glued on. So I thought it was just a good idea to run it back now. And once this was done and the stitch detail is all around the little die, it's time to start gluing my piece together. So the easiest way to line it up, I find, if I place it inside the acetate, Nothing's glued down yet. I'm just placing it in there, and the foam tape, it's still not released from the backing tapes. It's just a little placeholder for now. Just know where exactly on the yellow cardstock I have to glue the mint colored cardstock on. And because I use the collal glue, I do get a lot of wriggle room in here. It gives me a lot of time to play about with this to get it as perfect as I can get it. So now it's time to glue this onto my card base. And I love already how it's turning out. I never thought of using colors like this together, and I love how this advent calendar is pushing me to use things I never used before, do things I've never done before. So yeah, I really am enjoying so far using this advent calendar. And if you're sharing your photos or your videos, please comment below. I would love to go and see them. I really love seeing all the other inspiration that's coming out of these boxes. I think it's been amazing. I really am enjoying using this. So far it's looking pretty good. Now I have to add the sentiment, and this one says, "You are so special," and I love that. So I'm putting this on foam tape as well, double-sided foam tape, a little bit of an extra glue just to make sure it will stick very, very well. And I glue this just in the middle. And all that's left to do is to add a little bit of something extra in there. And I'm coming in with Nuvo drops, the morning dew. I do have a few Nuvo drops, not too many, but I always keep forgetting to use them. And these ones are beautiful because when they dries so very clear. It's really like morning dew, like little water droplets in there, and you'll see this in the final footage in a wee second. I really hope you liked today's tutorial and this card, and if you did, please do not forget to give me the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet done so. Hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload my next video. Also, hop over to Monika's and Mel's channels because they have some amazing videos. Mel's been doing unboxing and Monika's been posting amazing tutorials. I can't wait to see you the next time with my next video. Until then, bye!